Former President Jimmy Carter is entering hospice care at 98 years old, meaning all eyes are on the oldest living president in U.S. history, who is now focusing on end-of-life care. But back in 2015, it was the shocking death of his grandson that made headlines. For Carter and his wife of more than 7 decades, Rosalind, the year 2015 was a time of celebration, but also immense mourning. That year, at the age of 91, Carter said the melanoma that spread from his liver to his brain was gone thanks to cutting-edge cancer treatment.
When I went this week, they didn't find any cancer at all.
Shortly after that good news was announced, tragedy struck the Carter family when the former president's grandson, Jeremy Carter, died suddenly at the age of 28. In keeping with Jimmy's lifelong devotion to the church in his tiny hometown of Plains, Georgia, Carter revealed his grandson's death just a few hours later to the congregation at the Maranatha Baptist Church, where Carter also taught Sunday school, according to USA Today. After apologizing for his tardiness, Carter shared that the night before his grandson had felt unwell, and around dinner time he informed his mother he would lie down and take a nap. Carter told the congregation, "So we went to his room to lay on the bed, and when they went to see if he was okay, and his heart quit beating. So they tried to give him CPR, but he passed away. He was just 28 and a very wonderful young man who we loved very much." As People reported in 2015, Jeremy's brother Josh explained in a blog post after Jeremy died that his brother had seen a doctor just a few months before his sudden and unexpected death. Josh revealed that in the time leading up to his death, Jeremy reportedly had trouble eating and had experienced pain in his legs. As a result, Jeremy had seen doctors at Emory University and had undergone extensive medical testing. Doctors at the time noted that he had both vitamin A and D deficiencies and prescribed supplements to treat him. In his post, Jeremy's brother wrote, "Jeremy got the full workover and really just needed vitamins. If a 28-year-old heart is going to go out, shouldn't they have found that? Maybe, but they didn't." Josh explained the events of his brother's death, echoing the same timeline their grandfather shared with his church. His mother found that his heart had stopped and immediately performed CPR until the arrival of emergency services, who then transported him to the hospital around 1:30 that morning. Once Jeremy arrived at the local hospital, he was placed in intensive care. Speaking with CNN, Maranatha Baptist Church Reverend Jeremy Schulte said, "They were trying to keep his heart going, and eventually, later in the night or the wee hours of Sunday morning, his heart stopped." In his words to the Maranatha Baptist congregation, President Jimmy Carter said he rushed to the Georgia hospital when he learned his grandson was in danger, apparently arriving at the hospital around the same time as his grandson. In his blog post, Josh Carter wrote that after his brother's heart stopped a second time, CPR was administered, but the family was told if successful, Jeremy would likely still live with brain damage. With that news, the Carter family asked them to stop. In his speech to the Maranatha congregation, Carter called his grandson a very special child. Shortly after Jeremy's death was announced, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported that no autopsy would be conducted on the young man's body following a consultation with the Fayette County Coroner's Office. Though his exact cause of death is unknown, Jeremy's cause of death is widely reported to have been a heart attack.